Hi guys, and welcome to the second video in this Hustle Castle series. In this episode we'll be doing more control points and single player missions to get gold to hopefully upgrade our throne room. We'll be looking at 5 stars and what they mean on the dwellers and how to get the 5-star dwellers. When you first come into your castle, the first thing to do is to click on the resource rooms, which is the treasury and the dining hall for now. Later on there will be other rooms to click on too. That's of course if you haven't got the goblin assistant. Our castle is pretty much how we left it last time, and hopefully we can add to it and upgrade some more rooms. One room we need is the fighter training room, which we've yet to build. Costs 1,000 gold. We can afford it, so we can build it right now. Also, clicking on the green hourglass will speed up the building. Yay, we got a level up. With this room we put our warriors, drag our warriors to it, and they will level up, giving them greater fighting power. And also, because their level of fighting will go up, they'll be able to equip new and better weapons and armour. This is important because difficulty of the control points are going to get harder, and as it is we won't be able to beat them. We can currently level up to level 8, and if we upgrade this room it will give us a +6, which will be 14 in total. We just have to wait for these to do some training. If you double tap on the room it will zoom in and you will be able to see how much time is left from when they level up. When you see the red shield, that means they're ready to be leveled up. Only you and a goblin assistant can level them up. If you don't level them up, they'll just stay at that level. That's one of the reasons why the goblin assistant is handy to have, especially overnight. Some of the levels later on in the game can take a very long time to do, and it's handy for the goblin assistant to be levelling them up all night long. We've still got, before we can upgrade the throne room, we've still got the treasury to upgrade and the dining hall, both costing 400 each. We should always leave the throne room till last. Upgrading the throne room early will make the game more difficult later. Let's upgrade the treasury. It costs 400 coins and takes 5 minutes. Again, clicking on the green hourglass will speed it up. We'll do the same for the dining hall. Click on the room, then click on the disc. It's 400 gold and will take 5 minutes to upgrade. Same thing, click on the green hourglass and it will speed it up. Save waiting 5 minutes. Don't forget to level up the dwellers in the fighter training room. When they walk around like this, that means they've maxed out for that room. So we need to take them out and drag them back to the barracks. We can't upgrade this room again until we upgrade the throne room. As you can see here, the last room, the only room to be upgraded is the throne room, and that's how it should always be, otherwise it will make your game difficult. Whenever you see the bubble speech above the dweller's head, click that because that will keep your happiness up. Don't forget, like me, to drag your dwellers back to the barracks, otherwise we won't be able to fight and our castle will be unprotected against attacks. Clicking on the map will take us to the playable area, and then clicking on the top area will take us to the control points we need to fight on. Each control point will reward us with gold and a chest. In the chests we can get armour and weapons, which will slowly upgrade better than what we've got to help us fight the enemies. Gold will accumulate and use it to upgrade our rooms and build new rooms. When you click on an enemy on the battle window, it will show you what they are capable of and who they attack. If you lose a fight you think you can win, it's handy to read what they can do so you can change your troops. Okay, here we go. We are quite a bit higher power than them, so we should beat them easy. 300 gold and a chest. It shouldn't take us too long to get the 10,000 gold we need to upgrade the throne room. When you upgrade the throne room, it gives you access to new rooms and more upgrades for the rooms you already have. The people that pop up with text windows tell you about the game and also give you hints and tips. Same as before, we'll go back to these control points, we will beat them and get the gold. They added an extra enemy to this one, but we're still over 2,000 power higher, so it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, another easy win for now. 400 gold and a chest. Here we got a unique offer, the Dominator 9000 beginner set. If you're willing to spend money and you have money to spend, this is quite good. However, some of the equipment and armour you will quickly outgrow. First up is a 4-star Dweller. That's 1 star higher than our highest, and it will actually make getting a 5-star Dweller that bit easier. I will talk about the 5-star Dwellers later on. Next up is a legendary bow that does a whopping 495 damage per second. A bow fires twice as fast as an X-bow. So although sometimes an X-bow will look like it has higher damage, it does fire slower. The crit as well is plus 300, which is good, and like I said before, crit does double damage, and the plus crit 300 doesn't add damage, but only how often you get it. It also has a 22% chance of dealing 90% damage to a group of enemies. That's good if there's a lot of enemies on the screen. When attacking, has a 31% chance of increasing own crit by 50%, lasts for 10 seconds. Again, that's good because it boosts the chance of critting. The next thing is Dweller level requirements is level 8, so that would work right now on our Dwellers. And that's obviously for an archer. The next thing is Deadly Scout equipment. This is armour for an archer. 5,473 health, damage 505 to 526. When taking damage, has a 28% chance of reducing the damage done by the enemy, lasts by 35%, lasts for 10 seconds. The Dweller requirements for this is level 7, we could use that too. Next up is a rare ring. This game, like many games, groups different weapons by colour, starting with grey, which is uncommon, green, which is common, blue, which is rare, then purple, which is epic, and legendary, which is a golden orange colour. They also, which is better than legendary, have an ancient weapons and armour, which is a pink colour, but that's not until the end of the game. Next we have a rare amulet with armour 265, which adds to the armour that the fighter already has, and 1011 health, which again adds to their total health, and that's for level 8. We also get a builder, which is really good. Epic outfit for a treasure, 180 gold production per hour, and a cook suit, epic again, 374 production per hour. Requirements is level 2, so it's quite low. Next up, 5 chests which contain 10,000 gold. That's 50,000 gold in total, that's good. 5 chests which contain 5,000 apples. We don't need that right now, but that will come in handy later on in the game. And lastly, 250 diamonds, which is handy for speeding up buildings. And all that for $6.49. The weapon and armour you may outgrow quite quick, but the rest of it's quite good, especially the builder. Whenever you see the speech bubbles above the dweller's head, click them to keep your happiness up. If you don't, your happiness will go down and production rates will slow down too. Let's click on the chest to see what chests we can open to get golden armour. Again, we need gold to upgrade and build new rooms, and armour to improve our fighters. Got a common weapon, level 1, not great. When you get chests early on in this game, you need to open them quite soon, otherwise they get outdated and become obsolete, like this bow. The next chest. Got a cook suit. That's quite handy for now. Again, we will end up finding better ones as we progress through the game. A blue chest. A common sword. Swords are good because they have health restoration. As your fighter fights, he gains a bit of health back, which is always handy. Whenever you're not sure what to do, just click on the book on the left hand side and it will guide you on what you can do next, and also you can claim rewards for things you've already done. Again, we need all this gold to upgrade the throne room, which takes us to the next chapter. Clicking on the map now will take us to the mission area. Clicking on the control point will take us to the next battle. We'll win 400 gold and a chest on this one. And there's 4 enemies, but their power is still less than ours, so we should still win it. Yeah, another one down. 400 gold and a chest. It's a good idea early on in this game to open the chests when you get them, so you can use any armour or weapons you get, because opening them later on, the items will become obsolete. When you go to open a chest and leave it, it will open slowly. If you go to open a chest and then click on the chest, it will open up quicker, which will save time. This is a nice ring, but the requirements are too high at the moment. We'll save it for later. So we'll use this ring for now. Only gives us an extra 10 to 12 damage, but it's better than nothing. That might just be enough for the next win. Her bow is level 1, let's see if we can get her a better bow. There you go. Higher damage and adds crit and is just better overall. There's no armour for her. It's always good to check to see if there's better weapons and armour for your troops. You can equip different outfits on your dwellers, but they only work if they're in the appropriate rooms. That's a common armour, but I think it's better than what we're using at the moment. Plus we get 100 apples. As you complete these quests, we will eventually fill up the green bar. That will give us another chest. To get to where the arrow is, we need to complete 4 more control points. We should be able to win this fight too, as we're 2000 power higher than these guys. That's not always a certainty though that we can win. Sometimes the enemies will get crit and that's enough to finish us off, or vice versa. Looks like we're coming up towards a mini boss. Still need nearly 3000 gold for the throne room. This guy will attack James and lastly Hannah. Sometimes it's the other way around. Let's look at our rewards. 800 gold and 2 3-star dwellers and a chest, which we get an uncommon bow. Looks like an upgrade to what we've got though. You can see our poor dwellers in that cage. There you go, 800 gold and 2 dwellers. And the bow, which is hopefully an upgrade. Has a 20% chance of increasing damage, that's good. This Grav, the mighty brain pan, he's the boss at the end of this area. The damage is the same, the crit is worse, but I think what wins it is the 20% chance of increasing damage by 20%. To me that's better than increasing crit. Otherwise it's about the same bow. We'll open the chest here too. An extra 289 gold towards our throne room. It all adds up. We've got a cook suit there. Let's give it to Harper. Now she can produce more food. And Elijah, he can get a treasurer's suit too. Gives them an extra 20 gold coins per hour. They can also wear rings, amulets and weapons that will benefit them, which will always increase their production rates. but again only when they're in the rooms. Here we got a red guy that's turned up on some kind of horse. He's an event guy. Every month or so there's a new event. Someone like that will show up outside the front of the castle and doing different things in the game like we're doing now. We will get cards or hammers or something towards the event that will give us really good prizes. We can't do that right now because we're too low level. We need to be a level 5 throne room. Just behind him are our 2 new dwellers. Click on the dwellers and on the left hand side of their underclasses we can see their stats. His best stat is for food. 4 for food, 2 for fighting and 2 for gold production. So he needs to go in the dining hall. He can work anywhere but the best results are for his highest stat. And he will give us an extra 34 food production per hour. On Araya here, her best stat is 4 to gold, so she's best placed in the treasury room. Click on the dweller and then drag them over to the room you want to put them in. We haven't got any equipment for her, but when we get it we can equip it on her and she will do a better job. And that goes for all of the dwellers in all the different rooms. Also don't forget, when you open different chests and find different pieces of armour or equipment, to go back and check to see if other dwellers have got equipment, or you can upgrade some of the equipment they have got. You could have a really good piece of equipment sitting in your storage and it's not being used, so just double check that they've got the best equipment on. Our main task is to upgrade this throne room, so let's hit the map and go back to the control points to earn some more gold. 4 enemies in this battle, but we still outdo them on the eye power. We should still win it. Okay, 500 gold and a chest. There are 3 different characters in this game. There's Donald the Prince, the Princess and the Sage. They help tell the story and also give you hints and tips occasionally. There are also many enemy bosses that come and go in the game too, and they are often used for the events. Again, whenever you get back to the castle and on the dining hall or treasury there's the ring, just click on that to get the resources into your storage. This control point shouldn't be too difficult either, but you never know. 500 gold and a chest. We're getting very near to being able to upgrade the throne room now. Most swords will have health restoration. This one's got 11% chance of restoring 8% health. That's really good. This is a way better sword. Does a lot more damage, has a slight higher percentage of restoring twice as much health than an older sword. And because we're level 8 and that's a level 5 sword, it's possible we could find an even better sword still. This piece of armour isn't the best armour, but it is a lot better again than what we're using. And you can see James's health going up at the top because it's increased his health so much. This ring is better, but it's too high a level for us. Harper here can also use the rolling pin. It'll give her an extra 249 food per hour production. We don't have anything for Elijah. One thing they recently added was a quick equip button, so that you can equip the best things you have in your storage for that particular stat, in this case gold production. Okay, we've managed to get the 10,000 gold we needed for the throne room. Clicking on the upgrade disc, we can see we've got 10,000 gold and it will take 15 minutes to upgrade. When we come back in the next video, that room will be upgraded and we will have new rooms and other possible upgrades we can do. One thing I wanted to say before we do leave about the stars on the dwellers. James here has 3 stars out of a possible 5 stars. What that means is that for each star he can only be upgraded 20 levels per star. So as a 3-star warrior he can only get a maximum of 60 levels to his fighting. Towards the end of the game he needs to be level 100, which means he needs to be a 5-star warrior. You can get an extra star or 2 using diamonds, but that can be very expensive. The other way is to put a male and female in the living quarters, have them breed and have babies. This is very time consuming, as they might not necessarily have a baby that is a 4 or 5 star, and you'll only ever get an extra 1 star, not 2 stars. So if you put a male and a female who are both 3 stars, the best they'll have is a 4-star child. And if you put 2 4 stars in, the best they will have is a 5-star, which is good. When you have children that have a higher star than the parents, put them into the room to breed until you end up with 5 stars. That's the cheapest way you can do it. But it is very time consuming and you need patience, because sometimes you'll get a 1 or a 2-star child out of it, in which case you then have to kick them out of the castle to give room for more children to come through who are hopefully higher stars. Only the warriors need to be 5 stars, but cooks and people, dwellers in the treasury, need to be 4 stars, as their maximum level is level 70, so you need 4 stars for them. In my main castle, all of my dwellers are 5 stars. That about wraps this video up for this time. Join me in the next and 3rd video, where I'll be looking at editing the rooms so you can move rooms around the castle to suit your taste, and also the castle view, where we can change the colour and style of the roof tiles, windows, brickwork, the background scenery and the bridge. We'll also be doing more control points and earning more for the new rooms and upgrading the older rooms. Thank you for watching. Like if you liked, subscribe if you want to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Goodbye.